If you're a man over 60 and you've started noticing changes in your performance, sensitivity, or confidence, especially down there, you are not alone. Every single day in my clinic, I see men struggling with loss of firmness, shrinking sensation, or even mild discomfort that slowly eats away at their sense of masculinity. But what if I told you that a natural oil, something sitting on a shelf in your home, could help restore blood flow, break down hidden scar tissue, and even bring back the sensitivity you thought was gone forever? I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, professor of urology and men's health at Baylor College of Medicine. I've spent over 30 years helping men restore their sexual vitality using the best of both science and natural medicine. And today, I want to share a powerful, overlooked remedy that's been quietly helping men regain confidence and comfort without pills, injections, or embarrassment. You've likely never heard of using castor oil for male rejuvenation, but the science is real, and the results I've witnessed are undeniable. This natural oil, when used correctly, has the power to improve blood flow, dissolve scar tissue, reduce inflammation, restore nerve sensation, and protect aging skin all at once. In this video, I'll walk you through the 5 biggest benefits of castor oil for men over 60, and then show you exactly how to use it safely and effectively. Most men never hear this from their doctor, and at the end, I'll reveal the one crucial step you must include, or you'll miss out on the full healing effect. Let's begin. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to tap that button and turn on the bell, so you don't miss any natural health solutions designed specifically for men over 60. And if this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me create content that truly supports your journey to healing. All right, let's begin with the first and most immediate benefit you may notice: castor oil's ability to naturally boost blood flow to the penis. Because without strong, healthy circulation, everything else, from firmness to sensation, begins to fade. So let's take a closer look at how this simple oil helps restore what time has slowly taken away. 1. Boosts blood flow to the penis naturally. I still remember a patient of mine, Robert, 67 years old. He sat across from me, looked down, and quietly said, "Doc, it just doesn't work the way it used to." He wasn't talking about desire. He was talking about function, blood flow, firmness, that vital sense of aliveness that every man feels when things are working properly. And for Robert, like so many men I see, the loss wasn't sudden. It crept in slowly, so slowly in fact, that he didn't even realize how much he'd lost until it started affecting his confidence in the bedroom and beyond. The truth is, after age 60, our arteries become less flexible, blood vessels narrow, and nitric oxide levels decline. These are the changes that quietly reduce circulation to the penis, leaving you with weaker erections, slower response time, or no response at all. Now here's where castor oil comes in. This golden, thick oil is rich in a compound called ricinoleic acid, which has been shown to stimulate local blood flow by dilating capillaries and encouraging oxygen-rich circulation to areas that need it most. When massaged gently into the skin, especially when combined with light heat, castor oil penetrates deep into the tissue layers, helping to wake up blood vessels that have been sluggish or restricted. Many of my patients report a warm sensation within minutes, a sign that microcirculation is returning. Over time, this improved blood flow can help restore nighttime and spontaneous erections, increase sensitivity, and simply bring back that quiet confidence that every man deserves to feel. Robert started using castor oil 3 nights a week. Within a month, he came back with a quiet smile and said, "Something's shifting. It feels like my body's remembering what it's supposed to do." That's not a miracle. That's biology responding to the right kind of care. And now that we've seen how circulation can improve, let's go even deeper. Because many men over 60 are walking around with something they don't even know they have. Something that silently blocks blood flow, causes discomfort, and even changes the shape of their manhood. Let's talk about that next. 2. Breaks down internal scar tissue and plaque. Not long ago, I had a patient named Daniel, 71 years old, retired military. He came into my office frustrated, confused, and to be honest, embarrassed. He said, "Dr. Kara, something's just off. It curves now. It feels tight. I don't know what's happening." Like many men his age, Daniel had unknowingly developed internal scar tissue in the shaft of his penis, a condition that often goes undiagnosed and untreated because men don't talk about it. But it's far more common than people think, especially in men over 60. Years of microtrauma, repetitive friction, old injuries, or even mild inflammation from untreated infections can lead to the buildup of collagen, a kind of internal scarring known as plaque. This scar tissue isn't always visible, but it can create a pulling sensation, bending, or even a feeling that your penis has shortened or lost volume. What Daniel was experiencing is something I've seen countless times. Peyronie's-like symptoms that make intimacy uncomfortable and erode confidence quietly over time. This is where castor oil can make a real difference. It has a long history in natural medicine for breaking down fibrotic tissue, and its active compound, ricinoleic acid, penetrates deeply into the skin and underlying tissue. When massaged regularly over the affected area, castor oil helps soften hardened collagen and supports the body's natural ability to dissolve scar tissue gently over time. In Daniel's case, I instructed him to apply the oil 3 to 4 nights a week, combined with gentle heat. After 6 weeks, he told me, "Doc, it's straighter. It's more comfortable. I feel like I'm getting control back." That feeling of regaining something you thought was permanently lost is deeply empowering. And it's possible. But we're not done yet. Because while breaking down scar tissue is critical, there's another silent culprit that steals performance, sensitivity, and comfort from older men, something that starts small but can spread throughout the entire pelvic region if left unchecked. And the surprising truth is, castor oil helps fight this one too. 3. Soothes inflammation and promotes tissue repair. One of the most overlooked issues I see in men over 60 is low-grade, chronic inflammation in the genital and pelvic area. It doesn't always show up as obvious pain. Sometimes it's a subtle burning sensation. Other times, it's a tightness you can't quite explain, or that sinking feeling that things are shrinking or becoming less responsive. I had a patient, Michael, 66, who described it this way. "It just feels like my body is pulling back, like everything's getting smaller, stiffer, and more uncomfortable." Inflammation is the body's natural response to stress, injury, or aging tissue. But when it becomes chronic, especially in the sensitive structures of the penis, it does more harm than good. It interferes with blood flow, limits elasticity, accelerates tissue breakdown, and blocks proper healing. And unfortunately, many men live with this silent inflammation for years, never knowing what's really causing the discomfort, or that there's a simple, natural way to address it. Castor oil is a remarkable anti-inflammatory. The ricinoleic acid it contains has been studied for its ability to reduce pain, swelling, and oxidative stress in deep tissues. When applied externally and absorbed into the skin, it doesn't just sit on the surface, it goes deep, calming inflamed tissue and supporting your body's ability to repair itself. Over time, this can restore comfort, flexibility, and even help reverse some of the tissue stiffening that comes with age. Michael started applying castor oil regularly, along with light heat just before bed. 3 weeks in, he said, "I'm not just more comfortable, I feel like my body is opening up again." And that's exactly what should happen. When inflammation goes down, healing can finally begin. And when healing begins, your body starts moving toward its natural, healthy state. But there's more, because healing isn't just about tissue, it's about sensation. And for many older men, the one thing they miss the most isn't firmness or shape. It's that deep electric connection, the pleasure, the sensitivity, the intimacy. So how do we bring that back? Let me show you. 4. Restores sensitivity and nerve function. There's something many men won't say out loud, even to their doctors. It's not just about struggling to get or keep an erection. It's that, when things do happen, it doesn't feel the same. That spark, that sensitivity, that deep sense of connection. They say it's just not there anymore. One of my patients, Larry, 70 years old, sat with tears in his eyes when he told me, "I can still perform, but I don't feel it the way I used to." It's like my body's doing the motions, but my heart's not in it. I miss feeling something. That hit me hard, because I know exactly what he means, and I know that he's not alone. As men age, the tiny nerve endings responsible for pleasure, response, and arousal can begin to dull. Reduced circulation, inflammation, hormonal shifts, even medications, all of these factors can impact the delicate nerve networks around the penis. And when those nerves stop firing like they used to, men often describe their experience as numb, disconnected, or even emotionally flat. But there's hope. One of the lesser-known benefits of castor oil is its ability to support nerve repair and regeneration. It's been studied for use in conditions involving damaged or irritated nerves, and when applied regularly to the groin area, it may help improve conductivity and restore the sensitivity that fades with time. The warmth, the circulation boost, the reduction in inflammation, all of it creates the perfect environment for nerves to begin waking back up. Larry followed my recommendation: nightly castor oil application combined with light heat. After a month, he leaned in and whispered, "I can feel again. It's subtle, but it's coming back, and I feel more like myself." That's a powerful moment, when sensation returns, not just physical, but emotional too. Because this part of your body is more than tissue, it's tied to your sense of identity, connection, and joy. Now, while restoring sensitivity is a major breakthrough, there's one more layer we can't ignore. Because even if blood flow improves and nerves come alive again, none of it matters if the skin itself is weak, dry, or damaged. Let's talk about that next. 5. Moisturizes and protects aging skin down there. As men age, we often talk about muscle loss, energy dips, or even testosterone decline. But one thing that rarely gets mentioned, yet affects nearly every man past 60, is skin. Specifically, the skin in the most private, sensitive part of your body. I remember a gentleman named Frank, 73 years old, who told me, "The skin down there feels thinner, drier, sometimes it even cracks if I'm not careful." And he wasn't exaggerating. As testosterone levels fall, and as the skin naturally loses collagen and moisture with age, it becomes more fragile, especially in areas that aren't often cared for with intention. Dryness, itching, and flaking are more than just annoyances. They can lead to tiny micro-tears that cause discomfort, make intimacy painful, and expose the underlying tissue to irritation or infection. For many older men, it's the hidden reason why they begin avoiding touch or lose confidence during intimate moments. Because when the skin no longer feels strong or responsive, it sends a quiet message to the brain that something is aging faster than it should. This is where castor oil shines again. It's an incredibly nourishing oil, thick, rich, and deeply hydrating. Unlike lotions that sit on the surface or dry up in minutes, castor oil penetrates deep into the skin, locking in moisture and protecting the barrier that surrounds your most sensitive nerves and blood vessels. It's like giving your skin armor, but without the weight, just a smooth, natural layer of support. Frank began applying it a few nights a week before bed. No heat, no routine beyond a gentle massage and a moment of care. Within a few weeks, he said, "It feels stronger, more resilient. I'm not worried about tearing anymore." And that's the key. When the skin is healthy, the entire system functions better. Nerves are better protected, blood vessels stay elastic, and most of all, confidence returns. But of course, none of these benefits happen by accident. The way you apply castor oil, the when, where, and how, makes all the difference. And if you skip just one key step, you might miss out on everything it can offer. So let me show you exactly how to use it the right way. 6. How to use castor oil correctly and safely. Now that you understand the powerful benefits castor oil can offer, better blood flow, softer scar tissue, reduced inflammation, restored sensitivity, and healthier skin, let's talk about how to actually use it, because this is where most men go wrong. They hear the benefits, get curious, maybe even try it once or twice, but without the right method, they don't see results, and then they give up. But healing doesn't happen through guessing. It happens through care, consistency, and doing things the right way. When I first recommended castor oil to a patient named Gerald, 69 years old, he was skeptical. You want me to put what? Where? He asked with a raised brow. But once I walked him through the process, he gave it a shot. A few weeks later, he came back with a quiet grin and said, "It's not just working. I actually look forward to doing it." Here's how I guide my patients. First, always use 100% pure, cold-pressed castor oil. Nothing refined, no additives, no fragrances. Warm the oil slightly by rubbing it between your palms or placing the bottle in a cup of warm water. Gently massage it into the shaft, base, and surrounding pubic area for about 3 to 5 minutes, ideally before bed. Use slow, circular motions, not with pressure, but with presence. This isn't about fixing, it's about giving your body what it needs to heal. Then, if possible, apply a warm towel or low-heat compress for 15 to 20 minutes. This helps the oil absorb more deeply into the tissue and boosts blood flow. Don't rush it. Give your body time to receive the care, and most importantly, stay consistent. 3 to 4 nights a week is enough to begin noticing subtle but real changes within a few weeks. Gerald stayed with it. Over time, he not only saw improvements in firmness and sensitivity, but he told me something else. It's become a ritual. I feel more in tune with myself. That's the real win. Because when healing becomes part of your rhythm, your body responds in powerful ways. And now that you know how to do it the right way, let me leave you with something even more important: the emotional truth behind all of this. Because this isn't just about healing the body, it's about reclaiming something much deeper. Let's talk about that. Conclusion. I've been working with men for over 3 decades, and if there's one truth I've learned, it's this. What most men truly want isn't just performance, it's connection, it's confidence. It's to feel like themselves again, to feel strong, alive, and capable. And when something starts to shift in that part of their body, whether it's firmness, sensitivity, comfort, or shape, it can shake their identity in ways they don't even talk about. That's why I believe so strongly in sharing tools like this, natural, safe, and often overlooked. Because sometimes healing isn't about prescriptions or procedures. Sometimes it's about slowing down, listening to your body, and giving it what it needs to come back to life. So if you're a man over 60 who's been feeling the changes, whether it's softer erections, loss of sensitivity, curvature, tightness, or even emotional distance from your own body, please know this: you are not broken, you are not alone, and there are things you can do. Castor oil isn't magic, but it is powerful. It can help restore blood flow, dissolve hidden scar tissue, reduce inflammation, revive nerve sensation, and protect aging skin. And when used correctly, with patience and consistency, it becomes more than a remedy. It becomes a quiet ritual of reclaiming your strength. I've seen it work in real lives. I've seen men walk in discouraged and walk out weeks later with hope in their eyes. And I've seen how something as simple as a few minutes of self-care, done regularly, can restore not just physical function, but self-respect, dignity, and connection. So wherever you are in your journey, just know that it's not too late. Your body still listens, your system still responds, and you still deserve to feel good, whole, and fully alive. Thank you for spending this time with me. And if this spoke to you, take the first step tonight, because healing begins with action, and you're ready. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. It really helps more men discover natural solutions just like this. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who may be quietly struggling but hasn't found the answers yet. And if you have questions, experiences, or results you'd like to share, leave a comment below. I personally read every one, and your story could help another man feel less alone. If you'd like to support the channel and help me continue creating honest, research-backed content for men over 60, consider making a small donation using the link in the description. Every bit goes toward making this mission stronger. Your support means more than you know, so remember to subscribe, turn on the bell, and stay connected. This is about more than just health. It's about reclaiming strength, and you're part of that movement. Thank you.